Hey guys, welcome back, and we're here with our next tutorial on how to hack. So here's a problem I'm trying to tackle this time. I'm sure that with everyone being on Zoom as of late, and especially those of us who are doing remote work where we have Zoom meetings constantly, one thing that can get really annoying is when you open up a Zoom meeting, you end up having these confirmation tabs or audience attendance tabs that open up and stay on Chrome or wherever, and they never really get closed. And they end up cluttering your windows and they slow down your computer. So let's make a Chrome extension that will auto close them and eat those Zoom tabs. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is basically create a directory for us to hold our project in and then open it up in our favorite code editor. Next thing we want to do is make a manifest.json file. Manifest.json file is basically the heart of any Chrome application. Basically defines a bunch of meta information that Chrome uses to figure out, what to call our app, what kind of icons we should use, and where to look for the code logic that lives in there. I'll also show you guys how to actually get your extension into Chrome. So what you're going to want to do is go to Chrome, //extensions, and then you're going to go to enable developer mode in the top right and load unpacked, and just navigate to your folder and hit select folder, and it'll automatically find the manifest.json file in there. Next thing you're going to want to do is, we don't really need a pretty UI or anything for our Chrome extension. We just need to close tabs. So we're going to use something called background scripts. So you're seeing that I'm adding some properties to our manifest.json file. I'm basically saying, okay, hey, we want to use background scripts, and here's where our background script that we're using is going to live, and we define a path. So you're seeing I'm making a scripts folder and putting background.js. Next thing you're going to want to do is add some more permissions. Chrome basically restricts how much power your extension has based on what permissions you ask for in the manifest.json. So we're adding web navigation to see what websites the person is going to, and we're adding the background permissions because we're a background script. Okay, so what we want to do is take advantage of Chrome events and make listeners. So basically when you navigate to a website, what you can do is add a listener that executes some particular code when that event is fired. And basically what we're going to do is do some filtering to look specifically for those tabs or URLs that we navigate to after a Zoom meeting is open. So for example, there's the zoom.us/j. That's usually where you go to after you join a meeting, or sometimes you'll get zoom.us/post-attendee. So we're going to basically make some code that always runs if we run into one of those pages. And as you can see, if you go and refresh your Chrome extension and navigate to a page, you're able to see that alert. Next thing we're going to want to do is add the tabs API. What that lets us do is actually control tabs. So right now what we're going to do is every time we get that, when we hear that event, we're just going to automatically close this particular tab. And as you can see, we just closed that tab. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is add the alarms API, because we don't want these tabs to close straight away. We want them to close after a little bit of time. So basically what I'm going to do is closing the tab immediately when we detect that we've gone to some Zoom tab, we're going to create an alarm. And then we're going to name this alarm particular thing. And then what we can do is create a separate listener that will listen for an alarm, and we can check that if it was an alarm fired off by our application. And then what we're going to do is pull the tab ID from that alarm's name, and then we're going to go use that to close the tab. So if you look here, after 6 seconds, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, tab auto closes. So this is fan dandy. You'll notice some errors here, but don't worry about that. That's just because we have the timer set for 0.1 minutes. Don't worry. We're just going to add some safety checking now, because, for example, we might have actually used the tab that Zoom opened for us. So we're going to just make sure that, one, a person hasn't already closed the tab, and two, that it's still a actual Zoom tab, so that the extension shouldn't close my tab if I go to another website. So for example, going to google.com here. So wait 6 seconds, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000. Still hasn't closed. So yeah, that's how you make your Chrome extension. Let us know if you have any questions, and let us know what you'd like to see next.